The contract situation surrounding Trey Hendrickson has quietly become one of the most consequential storylines of the NFL offseason. After agreeing to a one-year renegotiated deal worth close to $29 million last year, Cincinnati now faces a decision that goes beyond numbers and directly into roster identity. At 31 years old, Hendrickson is no longer just a productive pass rusher. He is a proven system breaker. Back-to-back 17.5 sack seasons in 2023 and 2024 placed him firmly among the league's elite, making his contract status impossible to ignore for teams desperate to manufacture pressure without blitzing. For the Cincinnati Bengals, this is not simply about cap space. It's about timing. Cincinnati is balancing long-term financial flexibility with the reality that elite edge production is harder to replace than almost any other defensive role. If the Bengals hesitate, whether due to age, injury concerns, or future cap planning, they risk losing a player who still alters protection schemes on every snap. And around the league, teams are already watching closely. Why the Cowboys and Colts are logical landing spots. Two franchises stand out as particularly motivated suitors: the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts. Both enter the offseason with resources, urgency, and a clear defensive need that Hendrickson could immediately solve. Dallas, after significant defensive turnover and inconsistent edge production, lacks a reliable closer off the edge. While the Cowboys remain aggressive with cap manipulation, the absence of a dominant, week-to-week pass rusher has been a visible flaw in high-leverage moments. Indianapolis faces a different problem. The Colts have young talent, but not a proven disruptor who commands double teams. Outside of development projects, the defense lacks a veteran presence capable of collapsing pockets on third down, precisely where Hendrickson thrives. In both cases, Hendrickson wouldn't just be an addition. He would reshape how offenses game plan, creating downstream benefits for the entire defensive structure. Performance, health, and the contract calculus. The lingering question is health. Hendrickson played only 7 games in 2025 after undergoing abdominal surgery, a factor that could subtly suppress his market value despite strong per-snap impact, and 4 recorded sacks in limited action. From a front office perspective, this creates opportunity. Teams with cap flexibility may view the injury not as a red flag, but as leverage, a chance to acquire elite production at a short-term discount rather than committing to a risky long deal. According to projections, a 2-year contract worth approximately $50.8 million, an average of $25.4 million per year, is well below what peak production edge rushers typically command. For contenders, that number borders on efficiency rather than extravagance. In a league where pressure dictates outcomes, Hendrickson's resume still outweighs the medical risk for teams willing to bet on controlled workload and rotational usage. The decision that could define multiple franchises. The Bengals still hold the strongest hand, with significant projected cap space and the ability to use the franchise tag if necessary. But using leverage is not the same as committing vision. At some point, hesitation sends a message. For Dallas and Indianapolis, this isn't about splash, it's about correction. Hendrickson represents a shortcut to relevance on third down, in late-game situations, and in playoff environments where pass rush often determines survival. If Cincinnati lets this moment pass, the consequences extend beyond losing a player. They risk strengthening a direct or future competitor while creating a void that no draft pick can immediately fill. This isn't just free agency noise. It's a fork-in-the-road decision, one that could quietly reshape the defensive hierarchy of the AFC and NFC heading into the next cycle.